I
Yeah.
just assumed that everything is done correctly. I remember that when I once said on the All In podcast, are you allowed to call something a vaccine that is 30 or 40% efficacious? That's when I got some of the most severe pushback ever. Just to even ask that question, because when I think vaccine, when I get a vaccine, I'm protected for life. That's what I just kind of assumed. And so when I give my kids vaccines, that's what I'm thinking as well. But if I'm taking something that's 30 or 40% efficacious, it doesn't seem like a vaccine. It seems like a best efforts attempt, and that's when, like, at some point I stopped taking the flu vaccine because of that, because it's not really a vaccine. It's my doctor tells me, yeah, 30 or 40% of the time it'll help you. 60% of the time you're on your own. Um, and I wasn't even allowed to ask that question on air.
Yep. Well, so the media thing back in, it was October 19th, 2022, just to walk down memory lane. And I'd been listening to Vinay and others, and I tweeted out the following because the CDC had just added the COVID vaccine to its list of mandatory or, recommended school vaccinations. And I tweeted out the following: a scary number of kids are dying after taking the COVID vax from myocarditis, among other injuries. How dare the CDC add this to its list of school vaccinations? Don't listen. Be very careful with your teenage boys in particular, but girls too. These are not honest brokers. This is dangerous, with an exclamation point. The shitstorm that rained down upon me was massive and ongoing. I'll just give you a couple. The Daily Beast, which is literally wrong about everything all the time, tweeted out Megyn Kelly's anti-vax lies are a threat to public health. Daily Beast, you fucking got kids killed. You got kids killed. I saved lives. This show saved lives without question. The Hill, Megyn Kelly faces backlash over COVID tweet. It went on and on. Kara Swisher, Silicon Valley, speaking of Silicon Valley, this was the issue. That's what was happening. That was the reaction to that, Chamath.
It's
a huge storm around me telling the truth. Yeah. And I did a whole talking points memo on it the very next day, a whole talking points, giving the examples of what I was talking about, kids who were dying from this. And now we have the FDA finally coming out, about to put a black box warning on this thing, saying it was all true. Where's the media accountability? Where's the apology from The Hill, the Daily Beast, from Kara Swisher? Why won't any of the dishonest brokers come out and say, we're sorry,